from Kim, and she get fucked all night.
Coming into this game, the Chiefs were 0-5 in the last 5 regular season games against the Titans. So, when it was announced about an hour or two prior to kickoff that Ryan Tannehill would not play, instead it would be rookie quarterback Malik Willis, it led a lot of people to assume that, oh, well, this is just going to be a blowout because Malik Willis, he's not there. He's a rookie. He's not going to be able to handle Mahomes. But if you're a Chiefs fan like me, you are well aware of the history between the Chiefs and the Titans and that it doesn't fucking matter what quarterback is playing in the Tennessee uniform. It's going to be close. In fact, you might even lose. So, no surprise that this game resulted in an overtime finish. Let's get into it. In the first half, Derrick Henry would run all over the Chiefs, as he usually does, besides the 2020 AFC Championship game. The Chiefs start off with the football, one of their first coin toss losses this season, it feels like. It seems like the Chiefs are always winning the coin toss, but that did not happen in this case. The Chiefs start off with the ball. It's 15 plays, 69 nice yards. 8 minutes off the clock, they get a field goal. Harrison Butker kicks the 23-yard field goal for the Chiefs. The Titans get the ball back, 4 plays, they punt. Chiefs get the ball back, and they would drive down and get a touchdown. It is a Mecole Hardman 7-yard pass from Patrick Mahomes, and what do you know? Harrison Butker misses the PAT. This guy is straight up at a point where he is unreliable. It's pretty much a weekly thing for Harrison Butker. He either misses a PAT or a short field goal. This is becoming a weekly thing for Harrison Butker, and I'm fed up with it. It seems like it's been an ongoing thing, not just this season, but the last season as well, and it's just frustrating. It's at a point now where if the Chiefs cut him tomorrow, I would not be that mad about it. I really wouldn't, because I think there are plenty of other kickers out there that could be more consistent than Butker. I don't know what happened. It seemed like in Butker's first year or two with the Chiefs, he was pretty consistent and he was one of the best kickers in the league. But recently, and by recently I mean the last year, he's just been too inconsistent, too unreliable. He can nail a 60-plus yard field goal right down the middle, but he can't make a PAT. It makes no sense. I think for the Chiefs, if they want Harrison Butker to make field goals, I think they should have him kick field goals and PATs at least from the 50-yard line. I think that's really the only chance he'll have at consistently making them. Yeah, I don't know what his deal is, but I'm at a point where I'm fed up with him, and I'm hoping the Chiefs find a replacement for him. I'm pretty much done with Butker, which is disappointing for me to say because I really liked him for a while, but like I said, he's at a point where he's too inconsistent, and they need to find a replacement for him. Titans get the ball back, and they would respond with a touchdown. It is Derrick Henry. It's a direct snap to Derrick Henry. Are we surprised? And he just runs right into the end zone. You saw this one coming from a mile away. Henry is a freight train. He's damn near impossible to stop, especially when he's on the goal line like that. He was at the KC4 when he took this direct snap. Of course he's going to make it. It's Derrick Henry. The Chiefs get the ball back, and they would punt. The Titans get the ball. Touchdown. They get another touchdown, and this one didn't take long at all. It was 5 plays, 79 yards. Derrick Henry, again, with a 1-yard rushing touchdown. It's automatic. It's a guarantee. Titans at the 1-yard line, everybody knows who it's going to. Still can't stop it. That's how much of a freak Derrick Henry is. Derrick Henry gets another touchdown. It's 14-9 Tennessee. The next 3 drives would result in punts between the Chiefs and Titans, which would ultimately lead to the end of the half. Let me point out that Clete Blakeman was the head referee for this game, and it was essentially just a repeat of a couple of weeks ago when Carl Sheffer's crew officiated the Chiefs' primetime game. Now, it just seems like to me, the NFL loves putting referee crews who throw lots of flags in primetime games. Well, why would they do this? Just a theory, but, you know, it's a theory that I don't think is very far-fetched. And it's simple. Primetime games mean that, well, it's the only NFL game on TV. It's nationally televised. Everybody in America is going to watch it, right? It's not like there's another football game they can elect to watch. So let's put in these ref crews that throw a lot of flags, a lot of bullshit really like tinky-dink calls. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking offensive holding on every other snap. When there's consistent flags throughout a game, it keeps the game closer and it keeps the viewers engaged. Just a theory, but, you know, that's 2 straight Chiefs primetime games that have Carl Sheffers and Clete Blakeman. Clete Blakeman was terrible for the Chiefs in the first half of this game. And don't worry, that won't be the end of me talking about him in this video. But no, it just seemed like every other play there was a penalty, and every single time there was a penalty, it was against the Chiefs. And it was against the Chiefs for a very questionable, very soft calls. I mean, it's the way I see it, but a lot of really, really soft calls. And it was every other play. And so this first half, Clete Blakeman's crew gave the Chiefs hell. So, let's get into the second half. The Titans would start with a 3-and-out. The Chiefs get the ball back, and on the third play of this drive, Patrick Mahomes throws to Travis Kelce right into Kelce's hands, and it pops in the air, and it's intercepted. Now, this was Mahomes' one and only interception of the day, and it gave me flashbacks to last year's Chiefs, when Mahomes, every single week, would have an interception that bounced off of his own receiver first. I can't even tell you the amount of times last season that Mahomes had an interception in which his receiver had over a 75% completion probability. Well, that's what happened here. Mahomes' interception had an 82% chance of being completed to Travis Kelce. Obviously, what happened is it bounced off of his chest and into the air, and it just got caught by the Titans. So the Titans would turn this opportunity into a field goal, and it would be a 17-9 game. And this would come in the third quarter, and there would just be nothing. I mean, I'm talking, here we go. The Chiefs get the ball back. They run 10 plays. They get to the Tennessee 29. They line Harrison Butker up for the 47-yard field goal. Well, do you think Harrison Butker is going to redeem himself after missing the PAT earlier in the game? Fuck no, he isn't. He misses wide right. And once again, Harrison Butker proves that he is nothing more than a liability. He is struggling, and he has not found a way out of it in a long time. He's been struggling for a long time. Like I said, he's inconsistent. The Chiefs just simply need to move on from him. Because if it gets to a point where we're in the playoffs and we're in a one-score game, chances are not a whole lot of people are going to feel very good about putting the game in Butker's hands, or in this case, Butker's foot. Let's move on. So the Chiefs missed that field goal. Here would be the next 5 drives between the Titans and the Chiefs. Punt, 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 punt. That's right, 5 straight punting drives. It was a defensive affair between the two teams. Mahomes, throughout the Chiefs' drives this entire game, consisted of a lot of scrambling. A lot of scrambling because, well, he had no choice. Orlando Brown, on the left side of the offensive line, has been nothing more than a disappointment ever since the Chiefs have signed him. The Chiefs back in July actually offered Orlando Brown a 6-year, $139 million contract. Orlando Brown rejected because he wanted to be the highest paid offensive lineman in the league. And he has proven that he was stupid as fuck for not taking that deal, because he's not good. Orlando Brown is not good at all. We've been saying this every single week he's been a Chief. He gets beaten on the left side consistently, a lot. And he was primarily the reason in this game that Mahomes had to scramble for as much as he did. So that's just something to point out. Orlando Brown, not good. And if you're a Chiefs fan like me, you're probably thinking the same damn thing. So finally, let's get to a drive where it's not a punt, okay? The Chiefs get the ball back with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Well, they would tick off 7 minutes off the clock for this drive, and it would finally get to a Patrick Mahomes 14-yard rushing touchdown to make it a 17-15 game with 2 minutes and 56 seconds left on the clock. The Chiefs need to get a 2-point conversion here. The first attempt fails. Penalty, though. The second attempt fails again. But what do we have? We have some ref ball, it appears, and the Titans get penalized again. And listen, there's no bias involved at all. There just simply can't be. This was a terrible call against the Titans. It was actually a defensive holding against the Titans when it was Travis Kelce who grabbed the defenseman in question by the face mask and kind of pushed him over to the side. That was brutal. And if I'm a Titans fan, I am rightfully pissed off at that. But don't forget, Clete Blakeman the entire first half was terrible for the Chiefs. At some point, it has to even out. And I guess this was the play where they were like, all right, listen, we've been fucking over the Chiefs too much this game. And, you know, we're going to go ahead and do a little makeup here. Let's help the Chiefs get this 2-point conversion. And that's exactly what happened, because that was a terrible penalty on the Titans. It just simply was. There's no excuse. There's no beating around it. It was a terrible call, and the Chiefs should have failed this 2-point conversion. But again, we're getting ref ball in primetime games as per usual. So on the third attempt, Patrick Mahomes rushes to the left end of the end zone and just carries the ball over the pylon for the successful 2-point conversion, and the Chiefs have tied the game at 17. And it's quite pathetic that the Chiefs even needed the help from the referees late in this game to begin with. I mean, this is a Titans team that was without Ryan Tannehill. They were starting rookie quarterback Malik Willis, who is in his second ever career start. He was terrible. Malik Willis was terrible all game long. The Chiefs should have put the Titans away early, but that's not what happened because it's the Titans. It's something about Mike Vrabel. He has this team. He has Andy Reid's offense figured out defensively. He knows that the Chiefs defense cannot stop the goddamn run, so he's just going to run Derrick Henry up the gut for fucking 60 minutes straight. That's pretty much what happened, although I will say in the second half, the Chiefs did better at controlling Derrick Henry's run game, but it's still frustrating as all hell that the Chiefs, the best they could do in 4 quarters was 17 points against this Titans team. And I understand the Titans are a good team coming into this game. They had the same record as the Chiefs at 5-2. But again, no Ryan Tannehill. And that's the big storyline right there. And so, anyways, this game gets sent to overtime because the next 3 drives between the two teams would result in punts. To begin overtime, the Chiefs won the coin toss, and they would drive for 5 minutes, 55 seconds, 64 yards. And I'm just going to say that when they got to the Tennessee 13, they were stopped, and it was 4th and 1. Do you trust Harrison Butker? Fuck no, you don't. You go for it. On 4th and 1 in overtime, when you're in prime field goal position, that is a lot. That says a lot about Butker in this game. You are at the Tennessee 13. I mean, this is a no-brainer. Take your goddamn field goal. The Chiefs go for it on 4th and 1 because they don't trust Harrison Butker. So this is what happens. They go for it. They actually get it. And Chiefs fans rejoice for the moment being, that is, because they would eventually get stopped on a 4th and 10 at the Tennessee 11. After that whole drama about, we're going to go for it on 4th and 1 at the Tennessee 13, they only gained 2 yards on the next 3 plays. So on 4th and 10 at the Tennessee 11, you're going to be a fool if you go for it again, especially when it's 4th and long like this. So yes, you have to go. You have to turn to Harrison Butker, unfortunately. And thank God, but he actually made it this time. I mean, you have to. You've missed a PAT. You've missed a short field goal. You have to make this one. 28 yards, Harrison. You have to make it. He did. The game now relies on the Kansas City Chiefs defense. And I'm just going to say that they did their job. On the first play, the Titans turn to Derrick Henry, and he only gains 1 yard. Tackled by Colin Saunders. And then on the second play, Malik Willis gets sacked after scrambling to nowhere for a grand affair, and he is sacked by Colin Saunders. On 3rd and 21 at the Tennessee 14, Malik Willis scrambles, cannot find an open hole anywhere, cannot find anybody downfield to throw to. He gets sacked for the second straight play for a loss of 5 yards, sacked by Chris Jones and Carlos Dunlap. Now here you go. This is the game right here. It's 4th and 26 at the Tennessee 9. Malik Willis has to make something work. 4th and 26. It's his last chance. Nothing at all. In fact, it should have been a pick 6. He attempts to throw to Woods. It lands in L'Jarius Sneed's chest, bounces off of his chest, hits the ground. The game's over. Should have been a pick 6. Doesn't matter though, because the game's over at that point. It was 4th and 26. But still, I don't know why Chiefs defenders can't catch an interception. It's just they're prone to it. They're prone to dropping interceptions, it feels like. But anyways, that's the game. The Chiefs win this one in a thriller. And again, a lot of people are putting the blame on Clete Blakeman's officiating crew for this one, for that whole 2-point conversion attempt. But again, the way I see it is, you had your opportunities. You had several of calls go your way in the entirety of the first half. That was only anti-Chiefs in the first half. So you were given your opportunities and you couldn't do anything with it. So again, it was a terrible call that gave the Chiefs the tying 2-point conversion, but that did not come before the Chiefs were getting thrown at left and right for fouls. It was insane. So the final stat line is Mahomes was 43 of 68 with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And remember, that 1 interception had an 82% chance of being a completion to Travis Kelce. In this game, Patrick Mahomes was the Kansas City Chiefs' leading rusher. Can you believe that? I can't believe that, because Mahomes was the only rusher in this game that wasn't a midget. This is just beyond me. I don't understand why the Chiefs have so many midgets for running backs. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not good. He's a bust. It's a waste of a first-round pick. He was great in college. 5'10", ain't getting you anywhere in the NFL. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has not proven himself whatsoever as a star running back. Not even close to it. Pacheco, I like Pacheco's fight when he runs, but you know, he's small too. Jerick McKinnon's small. The Chiefs just don't have good running backs. So it's no surprise that Patrick Mahomes was the leading rusher, especially when Orlando Brown is getting burned on the left side of the O-line, left and right, for the entire 4 quarters. Yeah, so Mahomes had 6 carries for 63 yards and 1 touchdown. Leading rusher for the Chiefs in this game. It's quite remarkable. It's quite remarkable when your quarterback is your best running back. Let me know what you think of this game. I'm sorry it's late. It's been a busy week. But the Chiefs will play the Jaguars next at Arrowhead Stadium, 1 o'clock on Sunday. And that should be a nice, relaxing game, I think. Because the Chiefs, being the Chiefs, they don't really get a whole lot of 1 o'clock wake up and watch football games. You know what I'm saying? They're always either in the later time slots or prime times, whether that's Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night. Hell, they even just got flexed for next week is supposed to be Chiefs-Chargers. That was supposed to be a 4 o'clock game, and that got flexed to Sunday night football because, let's be real, that would have been better than Bengals-Browns. So yeah, when you're the Chiefs, you don't really get a whole lot of 1 o'clock games like we are getting against the Jaguars, so it's going to be a nice, relaxing Sunday, I think. With that being said, I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
And that's about the time she walked away from me.